Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. Now, today's episode, we are at the National Rally. So what a turnout we have got today. Now, I'm not here in my car. Why? Because, well, the Reaper's dead. Hey ho. But I have come on the bike, which was a nice ride. The sun's out, it's nice and warm, can't complain. So let's have a quick look around and see what kind of cars are here and what kind of familiar faces we might bump into. Now we're gonna have a quick spin round and just show you what kind of cars we got here. We'll go over them in detail in a bit, but I've only just got here, so yeah, the ride's kind of tired me out already. So let's have a quick look round and see what's here today. And as always, when you're at one of these events, there's always a load of games for yourself and the family to play. Now, around here, they've got the horseshoes, they've got the spoons, and all them kind of things. We'll show you them in a second. They've also got a spark plug challenge, which, if you think you're good enough, you have to come beat me. I've won it twice in the trot now, so if you think you got the hands for it, come and have a go. So we will be having a go of that again today, see if I can beat my old score from last year. So let's show you what kind of games you expect when you come to the National. So the kind of games we have here today are the horseshoes, we've got bean bags, wooden spoons, ball toss, and the pig toss. So this is the spark plug challenge. Let me show you what this is about. So that is your spark plug challenge. You've got to take every single spark plug out, down on the bench, and then from the bench, back in, tightened up in the quickest time possible. And has anyone beat me, Kirsty, yet?
What was your time?
Was it 1:24 or something?
Yeah, we got a 1:27. So
Ooh, that's close, that's close, that's close.
record, yeah.
I'm gonna have to see if I can break it again this year. What do you think? I think I can?
I think you can.
Well, we're gonna find out. Stay tuned. So now what we'll do is just look around the cars properly and show you what's here today on this glorious, glorious fine day. So first up, we have a absolutely stunning looking Rialto estate. Now, there's a few little bits of damage, but the good thing about these, they can easily be repaired. But it's a beautiful colour on that. Really, really nice colour. And if you look at the interior, that's all the original grey leathery vinyl seats. Shame about the mark off what looks to be a tyre, but they're old cars, you're gonna have marks. And you know what? Things like this, it's an old car, you're gonna have the odd marks. You're not gonna find a car like this that's in pristine, perfect condition. And if you do, it's probably been completely restored. But this looks more original, and this is why I appreciate cars like this with the odd mark and blemish on it. Like I've said before, it tells a story. But it's a really, really, really nice looking car. Again, steel wheels with the chrome hubcaps. Very, very tidy indeed. I like it. Nice job. So then we move over. We have one that you probably would have seen before. This is another Rialto estate. Now, this one, last rally, if you've watched that one, this one, I think it was the best car of the day for the three-wheel category. And you can understand why. Now, this one has been modified a little bit, not too much. It's still pretty standard. Modifications being, I believe this one has a B-axle with the yellow top engine. I think I'm getting that right, but I think that's what he said last time. It's got the B-axle with the yellow top engine. Now, they were only made for a short time with the yellow tops and the B-axles. So this one, I don't think was originally built with that, but very, very nice, tidy, original car. And we come over to this little monster. Now, you know I said I like patina. Well, the name for this car may as well be called patina. This car has been built with so many different pieces of car that there's probably not a great deal left of the original car. But you know what's fantastic about this? The fact that it's here, it's still running, it's on the road. Doesn't matter whether you've got mismatched doors, cracks, repairs, you know, a completely different bonnet. Who cares? It's here, it's at the rally, it's driven, it's looked after, it's loved. And that's just, I just love it with these cars. As you can clearly see, this car's been through the wars, but every single mark on this car has got a story to tell. And that's the thing I love about these. I mean, let's have a look at the interior. Very cozy interior. We have aftermarket speedometer there. I think that's a motorcycle speedometer or something. The GPS speedometer. And again, some people will probably moan that it's not original. But who cares? The car's here, isn't it? So who cares? And I absolutely love this car. And I have actually driven this round the field at one of the rallies. And I've got to be honest, you know what? It drives really, really well. The engine's sweet, nice and quiet. You can't moan. And just to be clear, that one is the Kitten Estate. Again, obviously with the back end being very similar to the Rialto Estates. Now as we move over, we have a nice patinaed Rebel. Again, this is another car that I love. Again, just because of the markings, the patina, just again, all the stories that all these marks will tell. A very old school looking wheels on it. Full throttle, of course. And can we see the interior with this camera? Try and get no reflections. There you go, we can see a little bit in there. Very nice indeed. Again, mostly original. Just a nice all-round looking Rebel. Again, the Rebels, if you didn't know, are fitted with the same 850 engines that are fitted in like the Robins, Rialtos, etc, etc. Same with the Kitten as well. Now we'll go from that very patinaed looking Rebel to a very original looking Rebel. Now this one looks very, very sweet indeed. And if you've got a keen eye, you'll notice it's not on English plates. It's because the owner, I believe, if I get the story, sorry if I get the story wrong, but I believe that he lives in another country. I'm not going to say where because I'm not 100% sure, but I think that the owner drives the car from overseas over to the UK, and here he is. So there you go. You say that you can't do mileage in these things? Absolutely wrong. You certainly can. And let's have a quick look at the interior of this one. And again, it looks very, very original in there. I'm trying to cover the camera, so I do apologise if there's some reflections. Very nice indeed. And you'll notice she's a left-hand drive. Now, a lot of people don't realise that with Reliant being an English brand, they did actually make quite a lot of left-hand drive vehicles for obviously the foreign market. There's not a great deal out there still, but there are a good handful still knocking about left-hand drives, and the left-hand drive stuff seems to be quite rare, especially over here in the UK. So over this side brings us to a Rialto 2 GLS. Now this is the estate. Now typically a lot of the Rialto 2s were built with the yellow top engines, and a certain few were built with the yellow tops and the B-axle. I think Without looking at my documents, I think they probably made them on like a 4-year span or something. I might be wrong in that. But it's a very, very tidy looking Rialto indeed. Just stick his heads in there and have a look at the interior. Very nice indeed. Very tidy, I like it. And the seats look in really, really good condition for their age. Been very well looked after. Credit to the owner. And the thing I love about this, you stick your head in that window and you just get that classic car smell, you know. There's no other smell like it. Absolutely love it. So moving on from the Rialto 2, comes on to a Scimitar, the SS1. Very, very nice, sporty looking cars. So let's have a look at the engine in this thing. Now that is a beauty. And just look how clean and tidy this engine bay is. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. And I'm loving the chrome work going on there. Now that is my kind of engine bay. Love it. So, look around the car. Let's have a look at the interior. There's a beautiful interior on this. You can just tell how 80s that interior looks, that dashboard. They just don't make cars with this kind of interior, this kind of dash layout anymore. It's absolutely fantastic. As we look at the upholstery in this, I am absolutely loving the two-tone grey leather interior with the red pinstriping. Looks very, very clean, very smart. And again, credit to the owner on this one. Very clean and tidy. And that paint job is beautiful and flat. I mean, look at that for a paint. Beautiful. That is a gorgeous car. So as we move over to the next one, I've got to be nice about this one apparently. Depends how much he's paying me. Anyway, we look at this terrible, beautiful example. I'm only messing, don't worry. Looking at this beautiful example of a Rialto estate. Now, he's done a lot of work on this one. The owner is just off camera here. He'll probably beat me up if I don't say something nice about the car. But this is very, very tidy indeed. And you can tell that it's taken care of. Why? Because you can see things like the mirrors have been freshly painted and they've got a nice shine to them. You can see, let's have a look in the engine bay. You can see it's cleaned up. It's not just covered in crap, rust and oil. You can tell it's been taken care of. Even the heater control unit has been freshly painted, nice and gloss black. And it looks a really, really tidy engine bay. Credit to him. And this is the kind of thing I love about these cars. Just the fact that they're old cars, people take care of them, and they keep them going. I mean, the front end of this car looks lovely. Look at that. Nice gloss grille and bumper with the fog lights to match. Just a beautiful looking front end. Paintwork looks original. Let's have a look inside. Nice and tidy. Love it. And you can see the door cards. You might just make that out. They have been painted also, but they've been painted a darker grey and they look very, very nice indeed. Let's see if I can get a close-up of that. Just a very nice door card. And the interior in this, the upholstery, looks really, really comfortable. Looks original too. And again, it's hard to find these cars without seats full of rips and tears. And it's nice to see them looked after. And then this is a really nice touch that I like actually, with the black pillars. It just kind of helps blend the windows in, and it's just quite a nice look. And then things like the wheels, they look lovely with the silver rim and the gloss black centre. Really, really smart looking wheels. I like it a lot. There you go. A nice gloss black, freshly painted rear bumper. Complements the blue very, very well indeed. And this is also owned to one of our viewers. So it's nice to see him down here and getting his car in the show. Thanks for bringing your car down. Done a very nice job. So moving on from the Rialto estate brings us on to a Rialto saloon. Now there's three kind of Rialtos that you can get. Obviously you can get the Rialto estate, just like this one. You can get the Rialto hatch, which is basically a Mark II Robin with a Rialto nose. And then you get this version, which is the Rialto saloon. Now this one has a drop down tailgate. Now these ones are more common for people to be buying, and they cut the back end off and make them into a pickup truck, only because the tailgate folds down. Now the downside to these, why they're kind of less desired, is because storage, cargo space isn't that great in these, because you just struggle with the access. Again, like the hatchback, the whole back end lifts up and they're a lot easier to use. But with these, you just got that little door, and then you struggle to get, because they've got such a big boot space in them, you just struggle to get anything in them. But on the flip side of that, these shells are probably the best made shells, probably the most strongest. So if you want a solid, strong car, then you want to kind of cut back on the practicality aspects of them for like cargo, you know, transportation of gear or whatever. Very good, well-built car to use. Well, this one is fitted with the 10-inch slot mags, the same as mine. Very, very tidy indeed. And he has done the old paint cap trick. Now, because it's hard to find a lot of the center caps for these kind of wheels, a lid off like an old aerosol can just happens to fit perfectly inside the centers. So if you ever struggle for a center cap, go grab a tin of paint and use the cap. It's as simple as that. And they look really nice and they fit well with the wheels. So let's have a look at the rest of the car. So what is the interior like, if we can get in there? Yeah, it's quite nice and tidy in there. Well looked after. See if we can get a better look in a sec. Nice little tinted sun strip, which is very handy on these. And as you can probably see, tinted windows, sides and rear. Talking from experience, window tint helps a lot, especially in this kind of weather. So we look at the front of that Rialto saloon. Nice and tidy indeed. And now you'll also notice on some of the early Rialtos as well, see if you can spot the difference between these two. Mainly the bumpers. Now, as you can see, the bumpers on these were covered the whole entire front end. And then a lot of the early ones had this kind of strip. Even though you can swap the bumpers around, it's kind of personal preference which one you prefer. Me, myself, I think I prefer the full plastic bumper, but the plastic bumpers do degrade over time. They do break quite easily. They are quite brittle. So if you wanted the more of a rubber stopper bumper, then choose the earlier type. But again, they are very, very well built. Can we sneak in the window? Kind of. There we go, we can see a bit better now on the interior. And it has been fitted with aftermarket seats. They look like smart car seats. MX-5 seats, there we go, I have been corrected. Thank you very much. So, MX-5 seats, there we go. A very common mod for the Reliant, for MX-5 seats to be used. And they are very comfortable, I've got to admit. With the MX-5 seats, they are comfortable. And the bonus is, be able to tilt the backs. So if you want comfortability, something like MX-5 seats, smart car seats, maybe even Axiom seats, things like that, they will fit with obviously some modifications. You can't just bolt them straight in. So you have to do a little bit of modifications to them, but it's worth it because you're driving in comfort all round. Love the car, looks very, very well tidy. Credit to the owner. Nicely done, good job. So then we move on to another car that you would have seen from the last rally. This immaculate looking Reliant Fox. Now, this one won at the last rally. This was the best car of the day. This was the four-wheeler. And Graham, the owner of this car, he can tell the love for this car is just unbeatable. I don't think I've seen a Fox in this good of condition before, and I've yet to see one that really beat this on condition. I mean, when you look at things like the wheels, you know, the chrome on them hubcaps is like they were just done yesterday. The wheels look freshly powder coated silver. You know, the white paint with the black accents work so well with this car, and there's just not a blemish on this thing. And just to be clear, this car isn't just a car that's trailered here or anything for show. He uses this. He uses the car as its intended purpose. So, massive respect to Graham, the owner. And everything on this car is just perfect. I mean, look at that engine bay. You'd think that this car had just come out of the factory. It's that well done. I mean, you've got things like the bell on top of the SU carb there that's been shined, it's been polished. You know, the polished up airbox, the nice fresh silver duct in there for the heaters. I mean, just look at that in there. Absolute wonderful. Credit to the owner. And again, if we'll try and get a shot of that, you feel free to pause the video and read that. Unfortunately, this is in the way, and I'm not going to put my arm in and move it, so I do apologise. As we move on to next down the line, we have this beautiful, and this is, I've got to be honest, it's one of my favourite cars. I mean, you know me with Mark 1 Robins, there's just something about them. So this, we have seen on the channel before. This is a Mark 1 Robin, and this has been built by our own Ben. And what an absolute car this is. So if we look on the interior, absolute beautiful tidy interior, and he's done a lot of work on this car all by himself. He's made a lot of parts for this car as well. Again, fitted with the aftermarket seats. Again, are they MX-5 or smart car seats? It's one or the other. And of course, you can't go wrong with an 8-ball gear stick. You'll love to see it. And he actually painted this car himself in his back garden. And I'll be honest, you can't tell. Beautiful colour, really good colour choice for using on the Mark 1 Robin. And I really like how he's done the two-tone with the red and the black. It suits the car so well, and that single stripe going over, offset from the centre, just, I don't know, it just adds something to the car. Really, really nice indeed. And you'll notice he's not got rear seats in this, because he's removed the rear seats, and all this shelving he's made himself. Done a really, really top job of that. Can't fault the car whatsoever. Wow, Ben's here now. Just open the engine bay. What are we going to find? It's an engine. So you can see it's not fully standard. So we've got this thing here, which, what is this going to, Ben?
Oh, it's cold air intake.
There you go.
Cold air intake.
Cold air intake with an air filter. Because you'll notice she's not running an airbox. Why is it not running an airbox? Because I believe this is running a Weber. She's running a Weber. She's running a Weber carb. He's running a Weber carb on this. So just a few little kind of modifications that can be done to these. So he's running the Weber, and of course no airbox connected which is what this is for. Would be the air filter and obviously the ducting for the air intake. So very nice indeed, I like it. So looking in there as well, we also see a much bigger washer fluid bottle, which, to be honest, I don't blame him, because the washer fluid bottles that come in the Mark 1s are tiny. And
Pump on it.
yeah, I was just about to say, yeah, this has got the pump on it, which, if you do know about the older Mark 1s and older ones like Regals and stuff like that, they don't have an electronic pump. They have a manual push button, which is more of a push pump, should we say. So in order to clean the windscreen, you have to let go of the steering wheel, push this little plunger, which then builds up pressure, squirts water on your windscreen, and then you have to let go of your other hand on the steering wheel and then flick the switch for the wipers. So it's a little bit awkward. This one has obviously been modernized a little bit, which is great to see, because it just means less messing around when he's driving. So as you can see, it's obviously a lot bigger than the standard, but the standard ones are like half the size of this. And then you've got the electric pump down there, which makes things a lot easier. Nice looking engine bay, well done, credit to him. Can't quite get a good shot of the Weber carb down there, but a Weber carb is kind of something I want to try. I've got my hands on one, so I'm going to give that a go, try and get the Weber hooked up to mine, and just see what it's like, see if it makes a difference. If it does, if it makes a bit of better performance, winner. So if we look at the front of this thing, I think the front of this car just looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, I'm loving the old the three chrome stripe on the grille. That's an old feature, because they did the 3 bars on the grille before they went to like the, well, we'll see on that one, that's got like a grid, like a mesh grille. And I think these ones just looked more, I don't know, classy, you know, kind of popped a little bit. And I love the fact that he's got that little number plate bar on the bottom with the kind of badge bar with the spotlights. And it just gives the car a little bit of character. Very, very nice to see indeed. I get a close-up of that sticker. There you go. So moving on from one Mark 1 to another Mark 1, which you would have seen before. Now this is Jeff's Mark 1 Robin, and we have spoken about this not long ago, so I won't go into too much detail about this. If you want to see more about this one, then I'll link the video in the description below of more of the talk around that I did with this. But we'll give you a quick show around of the car. So there's something else we can read. Feel free to pause the video and give it a read. And quick look inside. Very, very tidy looking interior. And again, the original vinyl black seats, which are my favourite. And Jeff's still pestering me to try and find him another set of seats, which, I'll try. Can't promise anything, Jeff, but I'll certainly give it a go for you. And then in the back, we have more Only Fools and Horses memorabilia. Very nice indeed, you'll love to see it. So moving on from the Mark 1 Robin. Now basically, these are Mark 1 Robin saloons, not the estates. So I'll just touch on quickly with that. Is the saloons have the lift up window, just as this one really. So that's the Mark 1 saloon. Obviously the back end here is part of the body, it does not move. And then you've got the later models, which were the estates, which have the barn door kind of thing. Basically the same as that one. It's got that back end on that virtually. Which they also made the vans, which are very similar. And the only difference is they just didn't have these side windows. That was it. So from the Mark 1 Robin, we are looking at this glorious looking blue kitten. And what a car this looks. So if we look around this car, we notice the paintwork on this is really nice and smooth. Again, if you're looking at a car like this with paintwork, don't expect it to be completely flat and like a mirror finish, because it's not a modern car made in a modern factory with all these kind of, you know, rules and regulations about paint and all this. They're old cars, fiberglass, thrown together, and they just come out so well. So when we look at the wheels on this, this has the original looking wheels from factory, with of course the nice shiny center caps. Very nice indeed. Look on the interior, it looks very original in there. Very, very smart indeed. It's got the standard door cards, not the like the vinyl leather ones. Nice black dashboard with the chrome dials. I'm an absolute sucker for the chrome dials and the black dash, just something about them. So then we move on to the engine bay. Now let's have a look at this. Now this has a yellow top, but is the engine a yellow top? Let's have a look. No, unfortunately, it's not a yellow top engine, but it's a very, very tidy engine bay. And you know me, I love a nice tidy engine bay. And well done to him. Well done to him. That's another thing I really like as well. Again, little details. That chrome filler strip around the windscreen rubbers. Just the little details like that go a long way on these cars. And it looks a really, really tidy machine. And that's how good the paintwork is. You can see me. Look at that. Beautiful. It's nice to see people making the trip, making their way down and put themselves out their own way to come down and meet up at these rallies. It's just a shame I couldn't stay here. But hey ho, we'll get the Reaper rebuilt at some point, don't worry. And looking at the back of this, there you go, there is a read up. I wasn't able to get that a couple of rallies ago, but there you go. If you want to pause the video, feel free to do that here. And the back of these kittens are very similar to the Robins, as you can see in this shot here. Virtually the same back end. So moving on from this stunning blue kitten comes to a car that's quite familiar to the channel, if you've been watching the channel long enough. This is of course Johnny's immaculate kitten, and what an absolute beauty this car is. And it's nice to see it in pristine condition still. And to say that for how good this car looks and how much this has had done to it, best thing about this car is it's not trailered, it's not sat in a garage and only comes out on a day like today. He uses this car daily. What more can you ask for? He's using the car as it was intended from the factory, and it's great to see. Absolutely wonderful to see. And it's great to see it here at the rally today. And he's travelled a fair distance to get here. If we have a quick look inside her, she is still looking absolutely fantastic. Now you guys would know just how much work we've done to this kitten, and I think this car will always kind of hold a place in my heart, because I'm kind of speechless every time I come to it, because it's just how lovely this thing looks and how well it drives as well. Just something about this car. I think it's always got a place in my heart, this one. But it's great to see Johnny down here at the rally, so yeah, thanks for bringing your car down, mate. She's a stunner as always. So moving on from that pristine kitten brings us to probably one of my most favourite cars here. Of course, it's a Mark 1 van. I love this thing. Now, if you've seen some of the old rally videos that we did, the one down Shobnall, I did a quick little feature on this and something else that he made himself, which is here. So let me show you. With the Mark 1 van, very, very nice car indeed. We have a look in. Got the nice black interior, which again is my favourite looking interior. Got the original black vinyl seats. Now, they always end up looking like this. Of course, you've got to think these seats are extremely old, and yeah, after a while they do take a bit of a beating. They don't last forever, but this is what I love. It's still being used. And there's just something about the Mark 1s that, I don't know, I just love. And I like how inside the back there, everything's carpeted on the sides. Just something about the Mark 1s I love. And then let's have a look down in the engine bay. I like how kind of minimalistic the engine bays are on these. Very nice indeed. Got the pan air filter on there. And of course the nice blue with them nice white Weller wheels complements the car really well. Lovely chrome door handles and the aftermarket chrome mirrors. Again, same as mine. And then the front end of this, just love them. Absolute beautiful car. And there you go, that has the original 3-striped grille. Again, a rare thing to see. Now if we back out, look what else he's got. Look at that. The Regal monster truck. And he built that himself. If you want to see more on the RC Regal, then head on over to one of my old videos. I think I'll tag that in this video as well in the description. And yeah, check it out. It's brilliant. I've done a whole little segment of where I spoke to him about it and how he built it and got some footage of it ragging around the field. It's fantastic. I still want it. I'm jealous of it to this day. I love it. But that is the Mark 1 van. I am such a sucker for these cars. Just something about them. I just love them so much. And then moving on from the Mark 1 van, boom, a nice kitten saloon with its own little RC car. Look at that. Beautiful. Love to see it. I want to see that with a kitten shell. So we're looking around this. It's got its nice bit of patina. Obviously looks like the original paint. And then looking in the engine bay, I like it. Got the new silver, looks like alloy ducting. And a nice little cone air filter there on the SU carb. A nice touch, I like it. And that probably sounds really cool. And then as we back out, this one is also rocking the white Weller wheels. Very nice indeed. And then let's have a look on the inside. So we have looked very original. So a nice black dash and then that brown beigey interior. It's showing its age a little, but the interior matches the car really, really well. And it's even got the original old style door cards, which are my favourite door cards. And very nice indeed. I like it. I love to see it. And again, does it look the best? No. Is it going to be winning any beauty contests anytime soon? No. Is it here and still driving? Yes. Is it used and loved? Oh yes. That's what we love to see here at Pig Pals. And there you go. That is the kitten saloon with the boot glass open. And if you have a look in, there's still quite a lot of room in the back of these, even though the backs do not open. And then with a lot of these on the kittens, you'll have the spare wheel will sit there. So again, same as the Robins, Rialtos, etc. And then on the early Mark 1 Robins, the spare wheel actually fit here, just behind the body, which again was a nice touch. So very nice indeed. Love to see it. And that is all the cars that have turned up today. So I'm being collared. I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. Right guys, well it's time for me to do the spark plug challenge. So yeah, there you go. There's the engine. Well, the head. And let's have a go. There you go. There's a representation of what my engine actually is like. So right then, so let's go on.
Ready,
yeah.
Steady, go.
Oh, not a great start. That one's got
30
stuck.
30-second penalty if you tread on the dog under the table.
Oh, I'm not going to stand on the dog. Oh, I'm not going to do this one. Oh, I'm really messing up this one here. What's that one? I'm not happy.
3 years, it was 135.
135. So I'm what just what about 13 seconds off?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
We're going to have to do another one. So let's do one more, shall we?
Ready, steady, go.
And done.
133.
Ah, that last plug's doing me over. Oh, there's another go.
Where's it going?
3, 2, 1, go.
Time.
120 and 0.91.
Yes, that'll do me. 120.91.
Yeah.
Boom. Eventually. How many goes was that? What, 4 goes?
Those, yeah, 4 or 5. You already practiced one.
Yeah, that's it.
You're out of breath, mate.
I'm knackered now. That one's done me. So 120. What was it? 120.91.
91.
Boom. Look at that. Beat that if you can. That's my goal, I think.
Yeah, less than a minute.
Less than a minute. Eventually, I will get less than a minute. Right, so now I've kind of caught my breath a bit after that challenge. I don't think I'll ever do as good as that, but we'll give it a go. Well, with the camera running out of battery, that means we will end the video here. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, congratulations to one of our viewers, Gaz, for winning his first trophy for his Rialto. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you on the next one.